Greetings and blessings, blessings and greetings. Blessed souls, the Duns of man. We're live from Kesser Heights. It is now the 25th day of the Hebrew month of Tammuz, 5,770 years blazing and grazing into the creation, and corresponding to July 7th, 2010 on the English Greco-Roman calendar. I, for a long period of time, have tried to avoid this, but I thought it was time now to perhaps engage in something which I never thought I would do, or I consciously tried to avoid, and try to get to Q&A video responses to correspondences I've had with people on Facebook, or MySpace, or YouTube. But I think that for this purpose, I think the dialogue can get so rich and so textured and engage other blessed souls to start to meditate on these matters concerning the matter, what is the role of government concerning taxing others for the sake of others should benefit from that taxation. Before I do that, blessed souls, I just want to quote from you a teaching from the tradition of Israel, where we say the following: Yiyu l'ratzon imrei fi v'hegyon libi l'fanecha Adonai tzori goali. That should be acceptable, the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart before you, Most High, my rock and my redeemer. Ki Adonai yiten chochm mipiv da'at udvona. For the Most High gives wisdom from his mouth, discernment, knowledge, and understanding. As it says in the book of Zohar, the book of light, the book of revelations for the 12 tribes of Israel, we find three general levels of consciousness as it applies to divine instruction. There's the level of understanding of instruction, like an egg. That some people, although generally speaking, some people call it eggheads in a positive sense, meaning they're so engaged in knowledge and wisdom and instruction that they become aloof. But according to the Torah expression, there's a term even more encompassing, that not only is a person egghead, the person himself is considered like an egg. In not the most attractive fashion either. Basically, this is the type of person who engages in knowledge acquisition. And their knowledge is like an egg, meaning you look at an egg and you don't know still, like a chicken egg, unless you're a farmer and you're an expert in the matter, if it will develop into a chicken. But it's knowledge that people come in a very superficial way, and many of the guiding principles and the underlying implication of the wisdom are not known to those people, yet they profess to have knowledge of the matter that they're talking about. Then there's a level of knowledge a human being can have, which they actually get involved in a quite a broad acquisition of a particular knowledge, okay? But still, they don't penetrate into the inner dimensions of that knowledge. And then there's the next level, which is way beyond the first two levels of a person who's learning acquisition of knowledge like an egg, or a person's acquisition is like a chick, like a baby chick, born out of that egg. Or a person is called actually like a son. It won't be sexist, like a daughter. Meaning this is the type of person who is engaged in the secrets of instruction, meaning the cause and effect, the revelation of a hidden principle which is embedded deep in. When you see a building structure, blessed souls, and you see the building standing strong, we can well assume that the foundations are very stable. And therefore, when we engage in certain subject matters, we should understand what are the foundations of our opinions. And most of the time, we are subconsciously guided by other people's superconsciousness and manipulating us in how we feel, think, and express ourselves. So how do we unshackle ourselves from this type of thinking, which people call the Babylon type of thinking, the confused way of thinking, where there is the worship of form, matter over the form, final product over the design, the intent? Well, we can address in a roundabout way, again, this question that was raised by Ras Jonathan Stale, or Style. Please forgive me, Jonathan, if I'm not pronouncing your last name correctly. And I just want to read his question. I would like your opinion on charity from person to person compared to government-forced taxation to pay for benefits of others who are dependent. Do we just say okay to the taking because it benefits the brotherhood? Thanks for the conversation. And by the way, let's give credit where credit is due, blessed souls. This conversation, which will hopefully be ensuing and broadening in texture and width and knowledge, is spinning off a song that was created by reggae recording artist Asi Delamore. So, in the merit of this dialogue that hopefully we'll be having, not just between Jonathan and myself, and hopefully other blessed souls engaging in this matter, it should be a source of blessing for Asi Delamore and his recording company, those people who are connected with him, that they should continue to make the type of music which stimulates conversation on the not only local, but national, international table of dialogue. So let's go into it, blessed souls, before I address that question about what is the role of government in taxation. Now, it might seem a little ethnocentric where I'm coming from, because I will be quoting Torah teachings, particularly what is known as halakha, Jewish law, Israelite law, concerning the laws of tzedakah. And eventually we'll extrapolate out to how this applies to the children of Noach. And this is going to take several videos, but hold on to your seats, buckle up, and let's see where we go with this. And hopefully we can deepen the dialogue. In chapter 4, in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, in the condensed law of Jewish conduct, based on a verse in Devorim, Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 8, it states, "You shall surely open your hand for him," where this is the source, according to the person who put this book together, of Gansfried, of Shalom Gansfried, who lived over 100 years ago. It is a positive mitzvah to give charity to the poor of Israel. And in Leviticus 25:36, it states, quote unquote, "And your brother shall live with you," unquote. "Whoever sees a poor man requesting help and turns away from him without giving him charity violates a negative command," as it says in Deuteronomy 15:7. "Do not close your heart or shut your hand from your poor brother. For we of Israel cherish tzedakah, acts of righteousness, charity as we say in English. For it is a sign of the descendants of our patriarchs Abraham," as it says in Genesis 18:19, where it says, quote unquote, "For I know him, that he will command his children to perform tzedakah." And we know of within our nation of Israel that the throne of Israel to be re-established through Mashiach Tzidkenu, our righteous Mashiach, Lion of Judah, Messiah, as the world calls him, will not be established, and true faith will not stand except through tzedakah. As it says in Isaiah 54:14, quote unquote, "I shall be established through tzedakah." In fact, blessed souls, giving tzedakah, giving charity, acts of righteousness, supersedes all the korbanot, the sacrifices that were offered in the temple, as it says in Proverbs, in Mishlei 21:3 by King Solomon. "The performance of tzedakah and judgment will be more desirable for God than an altar," quote unquote. Further, Israel will only be redeemed through tzedakah, as Isaiah states, quote unquote, in 127, "Zion will be redeemed through judgment, and those who return to her through tzedakah." Concluding on this section, blessed souls, a person will never become poor because of giving tzedakah charity, nor will any evil or damage come because of tzedakah. As Isaiah quotes, or is quoted in 32:17, saying, "The work of tzedakah is peace. Whoever shows mercy will have mercy shown towards him." As it says in Deuteronomy 13:18, quote unquote, "He will grant you mercy, will have compassion on you, and make you flourish." In contrast, the lineage of anyone who is cruel is a matter of question. This is a question which we address within ourselves in the nation of Israel, but also we can extrapolate this out to the blessed children of Noach, descendants of Sham, Japheth, and Noah, and Sham, Japheth, and Shem, Japheth, and Ham, that if people are acting in a way that is cruel, from who are they descended? The truth is, everyone is descended from three blessed sons who were blessed by none other than the Most High, coming out of the ark. Look at Genesis 9:1. When Noach and his three sons, and Noah's wife, and his three sons' wives were all blessed by the Most High. So who can deny a blessing from the Most High? To be continued, blessed souls, Sababa, one love. Been signing out, and hopefully we'll continue and broaden the dialogue. And Asi Delamore and crew, keep on making that positive reggae music, because look what type of dialogue can come out of it. Hamshich.